Hello, my friends on YouTube. This is the video you were asking for. This is the Garrison experience with my POV, right? Well, it has been a fantastic tournament. I will try to be in chronological order, right? I arrived on Wednesday night when the tournament was starting on Thursday. People was there during Wednesday. Maybe even some people arrived on Tuesday. The combinations also were bad for me, and we took it. Then we tried to get it to go one day before and try to take the plane for Tuesday, and it was not possible. And I'm telling this because how the tournament has been and the experience has been, I will have loved it to be also probably one day earlier to be there with the with all the media day and have even a longer experience, because being with people, it's really nice. But usually when we do the LAN events, except the Red Bull ones, you don't have audience live when the players are playing, when you are casting, definitely not. And this was really great because also people was super closer, or much closer than probably in the other one. Well, the Castle one in Spain was great, but this one was, I don't know, something different. It was very, very nice, very, very special. Then I will probably analyze first the tournament itself, and then I will go into the details, because the tournament itself, and it's gonna be quick because it was double elimination week, and since I cover everything because I was casting in the main stage, but I want to say thank you to the organization here. They provide us and they provide me one PC. I could leave the PC alone, use rebroadcasting, and be relaxed when I was not casting, but you know me. I like to be with you guys. And then what I was doing was casting on the main stage, and 80% of the rest of the time, I was also casting the other cities. Maybe 90, let's say 80, because I also wanted to be with the crowd, and, well, some stuff that I will tell later. But focusing now into the tournament itself, we have now the series. Obviously, it's going to be all spoiled, but we're going to check. For example, I remember Hera versus Tatot. This 3-0, I'm very unfortunate. I mean, one of the best series. I remember, I think I casted this with T90. The Coast to Mountain game is a game that I believe everyone will remember forever. I do it, and, well, you can see there, the casters is there, and it was insane. I don't even know how Hera could come back, well, because his stamina is just crazy. The other games were also really good. I remember also how Tatot was very aggressive in Chaos Pit, He was trying to do his thing with Khmer, but Hera with Bohemians, dominated and got the series 3-0. The probably most or the closest 3-0 ever. Leary versus Kingston. Well, as expected. Leary dominated, it dominated this series big time. I think it was the one that opened in the tournament, and then, Kingston will have to go to the double elimination. ACCM versus Mr. Yo. This was a surprise, I was casting this once, and, well, Mr. Yo did an insane tournament, which is something rare in the LAN events because he always starts slow, but he really won clear. It wasn't even a long series, a long series. Then we go into the Viper versus Hard. Viper playing good here. He was ahead with the 2-0 Golden Stream Migration, then Hard with the Lamb Madness, Tatars versus Romans, as you can see. But the last game, the Viper, I remember that game, because, as I said, I was casting, and I remember that he was kind of like a fancy Imperial Hard, and then he made the castle, but he left it open close to the TC and let all the unique units from the Viper get inside when he was not even up, and then he killed all his economy. Like, it was looking like a 2-2, but then at the end, Viper took it more or less clear, We go to the loser brackets. Tatot Kingston. Tatot started, dangerous, but then he won the other three games in a row, and it was also a clear win, It was also a clear win, so yeah, he was going and keep going in the tournament, and Kingston sadly was the first eliminated. Then Hard, obviously you go to a tournament, you face the Viper and ACCM, you can be out of the tournament for sure. And that's what happened here, And Hard was 2-1 leading. He won Migration with Dravidian in a very good play by him, Then Fortress, the Kumans play by ACCM was absolutely insane, fantastic. I was thinking that Bohemians will win, but no, I couldn't be more wrong. Then Arabia, Georgians versus Vietnam. Not gonna lie, I don't remember that much too good, and I casted that with Dave in the main stream. But then Golden Stream, Romance, and Fractal with Bengalis versus Italian. Oh man, that was a crazy comeback, and Hart definitely couldn't do the job. I think he was a bit, with the jet lag, a little bit sick, but still, ACCM with the domination. Then this series, Hera versus Leary. You got that thing, 3-0. Well, I think Hera won't clear here, and it was giving this a little bit of bad vibes in the sense, oh my god, Hera is gonna be dominating the tournament. Yo versus the Viper. I casted this with Jordan. One of the best series of the tournament as well. As you can see, Mr. Yo started winning Golden Lakes. I remember that game with Japanese, played so well, get in the middle, Then in closet, China, man. China, even if Portuguese here started really good, but the Viper played insane that game. And Chaos Speed, I remember this game really good. Like, he was playing both very, very slow, passive a little bit, but then he left a hole on his TC, went with few knights, the Viper, and game over for Yo. But Mr. Yo, on maps that maybe you will think, okay, the Viper might do the job. Arabia, Vietnam versus Lithuanians. Well, anything can happen, right? But Vietnam dominated here. And then, guys, Mr. Yo here with the Saracens against the Gurjaras. He used the market, went aggressive. It was a close game, but there was a point that impossible to take those Saracens camels. Crazy. And Mr. Yo was going to be into the winner bracket final. Then the Viper versus Tatot on the loser brackets. Well, Tatot eliminated because the Viper, except the Fortress game, that I think he could have won if he did the Polemics Revolution when he got a lot of resources, he could have definitely got a win here. But then with Franks and with Berbers in Coast to Mountain, he did great. Viper played really good this series. Tato played good, but great level here by the Viper for sure. Then Leary versus ACCM. Well, Leary played so smooth the migration, so smooth, migration. I don't know if this was the one when he went forward with dogs, but then Leary could catch up and see everything in control completely. The Fortress one I remember really well because it's typical Leary. Leary not walling on the sides. Then with the Mayans he was doing barracks and everything all over the map. It was raiding constantly. It was lucky that he held it for so long, for so long. Then outcrop here, Gujaras winning to the Hindustanis. Great victory here by Leary in this match, Then Fractal, the clone maps, you can see how Leary, the one that are less meta with problems. He lost on Fortress, he lost in Fractal, Wallland Madness with China versus Magyars, and he won very clear the last game, very clear. Started good, I remember ACCM, but then he did a lot of farming and was always ahead. And Leary was going to face the Viper on the loser brackets semifinals, And that was after Hera beat to Mr. Yo, in one of the most epic moments in the tournament, right? And you gotta remember that Fortress game. I casted the whole series, and with that Fortress game, it come one of the biggest moments in the tournament to me. Really nice. With the Fortress guys, with the Fortress King when it killed it, the crowd was crazy. I was in a room with Pineri, Pineri from my channel, right? And then I went outside. I went to cheer to make the crowd even more crazy. I went to Hera and said, Hera, you are banned from Warlords 4. In the middle of the series, He smiled, Well, but the Hera still then Coast to Mountain. He lost then Coast to Mountain against Gods. He played really good here, Mr. Yo. Like really good with some lame, going aggressive, then boom, and then in Imperial domination. And then Mayans versus Magyars, guys. Yeah. Hera with the domination was already in the grand final. And then the Viper, he lost against Leary. Crazy how Leary played really well with the Byzantines. I think he took the water completely and killed all the fish. Migration with Italians also played really good against Malay, which is an interesting choice. Then on Arabia, it could be a 3-0, but to be honest, he was dominating Leary here, and then the clown appear. Castle Gulams took everything, man. really took everything. And in Lamb Madness, even if he got Saracens, he couldn't beat Persian's economy. It didn't go like too crazy Viper here, and Levy dominated. Expected a little bit more for the Viper in this series. I don't know what you think and if you remember, And yeah, well, it is what it is. Then, on the loser bracket final that I also casted with Nilly, here, I think Leary played really well. Expected a little bit closer series because Mr. Joe was playing sick. He won ACCM, he won the Viper, and he just lost with Hera, but then he lost with Leary. So it makes sense, right? The top two players, Joe couldn't do the job against them, And that's what this makes here the difference, that the top two, it seems to be quite ahead to the others, And we have here that Enclose, he won Fortress. He lost with Bohemians because he played really good. Fortress, I think Leary lost all the Fortress games. But Lamb Madness with Magyar, domination, Migration, another domination against Dravidian. And Golden Stream with Portuguese against Armenians. Well, he went aggressive, was all over the map. And I remember that here he was having only the middle, and then he was Cavaliers with Armenians, but Leary was all over the map without really controlling the middle at all, and he could won that game. So he qualified to the grand final, and in the grand final, well, many things happened, right? Coast to mountain with the Mongols. He was really ahead the whole time. He was trying to do some lame. But then it come to Lamb Madness and Migration. Again, Leary was ahead 2-1. He dominated so much with the Magyars against the Mayans. He never let him get that mass and economy going, and was having a lot of knights. And yeah, with also some Mongol help, was controlling the pace of that game. Migration with Armenians versus the Vikings. He played so good here. But again, guys, we go to Fortress and Golden Lakes. Fortress, Burgundians versus Vietnam. He only did Rat and Archers when his opponent was doing Paladins. Why no halves and, and booming more. I remember that he was 110 millis or something, which, is kind of questionable, but all Fortress lost. Golden Lakes also lost, but Bohemians here. Why not Bohemians in Fortress and Vietnam maybe in Golden Lakes or whatever? But Bohemians in Fortress, man. Against Burgundians, I think in the tournament, Bohemians always won to Burgundians in the tournament. Imagine here 3-1 for Leary. Pooh! Even like that, he was already 3-2 losing. But Leary won Byzantines with a 2TC up Imperial that was absolutely fantastic here. And then he was pushing little by little. He was trying to do a lot of knights, dominated 3-3. And in Fractal, the imp time he did, it dominated the Italians. That was no economy at all. So we were in a scenario that we didn't see back in the days, and it's that Lee was leading 4-3. And then we go to Enclose. He tried everything he could. China, just in another level. I would say that China here is a civilization win well because he played really good. If you were be able to be in a similar position, maybe in Imperial, Hindustan will have a chance, but he got all the timing here. The problem for me here was the Golden Stream with a 4-4. I think Persians will have won here, the Kumans. In my opinion, is the better civilization for that map, And he took some battles that was questionable, that probably shouldn't take it, And definitely he should have prioritized the middle. When Hera with Humans Camels, and also adding pikes, was going and get in the middle, that was the game. Because that map is kinda snowball, So, well, this has been the analysis of the pure gaming part, And then Hera, let's give him the congratulations, right? Insane, right? Insane one more time, taking the victory, It was very, very close. And obviously, one event like this, if the final is also a close one, it's give you like, you finish the tournament with a better sensation. Because if it's another 5-0 or 5-1, but perfect ending for a great tournament. Obviously, it wouldn't be also, sorry, Hera, I love you, but it would have been probably even more epic that he lose the streak here in that event, and Leo take the victory would have been crazy, but still, the 5-4 and the tournament itself, fantastic. My personal experience, well, I think being with people, it's really, really great. And also, I could meet many people from the channel. I was in the VIP area with Rotinator, You might see some pictures as well, also in Instagram. I was also with Pineri, you know, and with more people, with Maggie, you know. It is really, really nice. It is really, really nice. And more people that I want to say and forget. I was in the room with the admin that is Dingo Dynamite, also subscriber in the channel. And then we were joking. He was co-casting with me. I don't know. Obviously, co-casting again with all the people. It's very hard to explain because you feel that the Age of Empires 2 there get really, you know, in the e-sport scene. I mean, I will have dreamed to have a stadium with 10,000 people, you know. I don't know how many people was there, maybe 400. I don't know exactly the capacity or how many people was there, but being with the people there is really, really great. About the tournament, what could have been done better? Well, I would have loved to have a camera with the crowd, and then we make some, you know, asking some of the people, you know, some interviews, you know, and so on. And what else? I will really like that I don't know, that the interviews with the players, the winner interviews, and so on. Well, I wasn't listening all of them, you know, but it was more like the interview, then analysis, you know. I don't know, something more focused on the personal. I don't know how to explain, you know, like the feelings with the crowd. Also, obviously, I have been said already a lot that it seems that when Hera won the final, it would have been better to have a more cozy interview with him, chill him, and then have a big interview after the end, you know, and basically that he finished almost the tournament, you know. It was a bit cold. Other than that, well, it's the first event, you know, being done, but well, the help of the staff, amazing. I think really, really well organized, you know, and I will maybe for the maps, it's better to have Fortress brings some epic moments, but I really believe that it's a little bit slow. Even more when you are with co-casters, sometimes you don't have even things to talk about. So, yeah, I don't know, you know, and even 9 billion is a start, but, you know, maybe that map, you know, or I don't remember even, you know, let me just check a moment. Yeah, because the other maps were most of them really nice, right? I don't like Golden Stream. I think, yeah, I don't like that map. That one and Fortress, all the other maps are just fine, completely fine. You know, this is my point of view because it's subjective, right? It is very, very subjective for sure. But as a LAN event, you know, also the amateur part that there was everyone with, you know, with a lot of PCs being there, that I was also taking pictures as well. It was very cool, very, very cool, really, really cool. Then a lot of people was asking me, hey, Memp, why you didn't cast the finals, you know? Well, because I wasn't picked, you know? I wasn't picked, you know? I can tell that I have talked with the tournament organizer because he wanted to talk to me, you know, about it. And basically, with all that he had, he couldn't even have or pay attention to make the choice or pick anything, you know, because he was so busy, you know. So he kind of wasn't the only to take the decision, and that's the thing. That's why I didn't cast, obviously, because they didn't pick. I would love to cast. I hope that someday it will happen, mainly because I never did it, right? And imagine, guys, casting there with the 5-4, I will go crazy mode activated. Other than that, they're really nice because me as a daddy, that I miss my family a lot, even more when you go away that much, being 4 days. This time it was for me very nice because didn't have that time to, you know, it was not super complex, it was nice settings, you know, and it was not so many days. So enjoy a lot, you know. Maybe I forget some stuff, but being with people is fantastic. And I recommend you guys that if there's more LAN events, as a crowd, you're gonna help guys to make the LANs bigger. Because let's be honest, yes, you're gonna spend some money. Those tickets is gonna help to the production to be created, because these tournaments, it has to, you know, cost a lot. And if we want these kind of tournaments, well, all the support is more than welcome, right? All the support is more than welcome. Well, this is my experience here. I hope I don't forget anything, you know. I felt really good during the event. It was hype. I like it. And I hope it will happen again. This is what I can tell from here, guys. Tell me what you think. Do you have the same feeling as me? Will you have changed something? Add something? Give me your feedback below in the commentaries. You know, I will read it, and I will also pass to Gideon, you know, the tournament organizer from Being Sport. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, we love this game. Stay tuned.